The Samsung Galaxy A55 5G is still an excellent choice going into 2025. Now this phone is almost a year old at this point, being launched in March of 2024, but ever since being launched, the A55 has been very popular for Samsung and for a really good reason. The first thing is, this phone has excellent build materials, with it having a metal frame around the sides. That's certainly something very unique for the A series, and it does make the phone feel even more premium than it actually is. I also really like that we're getting an in-display fingerprint sensor here with the phone, and it does work really fast and it is very accurate. You've also probably noticed how bright and vibrant the display is here on this smartphone. We're getting a very large 6.6-inch display. This display is Super AMOLED, and we're also getting a 120Hz refresh rate here with the phone, so it's super fast and smooth. And then also, thanks to it being Super AMOLED, we're getting very good viewing angles as well. So even though this phone is actually pretty affordable, it feels way more expensive than it even is. Now the cameras in the back of the phone are pretty nice as well. We are getting a triple camera setup, so we're getting a 50 megapixel main camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and then finally a 5 megapixel macro camera. But what's missing here with the device is that there are no telephoto cameras. But again, we're getting a lot of abilities though with the cameras that we actually have. This is the main rear camera right here. Then from there you can go over to 0.5 for the ultra wide camera. We can also then go back here and go to the More tab, and then we can access the macro camera right there. Then with macro, you can get very close up on whatever you want to take a photo of. We can also, of course, get portrait mode here with the device as well as selfie portrait mode. So there's me right there. And when it comes to performance with the Samsung Galaxy A55 5G, this phone is still running very well. Now this device does feature the Samsung Exynos 1480 processor, and then I did run a benchmark test, and here are the scores from that test. So certainly compare these scores to your current device to see how the A55 compares. But I have had a really good experience with the A55 5G when it comes to general performance. I also appreciate that with this device, we're getting a very large 5000 milliamp hour internal battery, along with 25 watt fast charging. That combination is certainly very helpful because not only are you getting such a big battery, but you can also recharge it very quickly as well. So I know the Galaxy A56 is probably coming very soon, but I still think the A55 is a buy.